Hey guys, it's Holly Hottie. I'm going to be talking about Model Employee from last night. So, have you guys seen this show? It's about a group of models who were under the impression they were going to go and, compete to be the next face of Mandalay Bay and get a bunch of money and further their career and all this stuff. But there was a huge twist. When they got there, they found out that they're going to be doing all kinds of dirty work, like what the actual employees of Mandalay Bay do. Like, they've been learning how to recycle all the tons of garbage from the hotel, cleaning up, after a big to-do there, doing the dishes. And this episode, they've actually had to swim with sharks to get to the bottom of this tank with 30 sharks and other sea creatures to clean up sharks' teeth. I'm still not sure why it's important to clean up sharks' teeth off the bottom of the tank, but okay. So anyways, that was their thing. They were divided into two teams. One was the diving team that was actually going to get down there and clean up, and the other team was the ones who were going to, I guess, cut up rats and other forms of intestines and things for fish food. And I'm sorry, I gagged a little on that one. They actually took whole big white rats and cut them up and strewn them apart. And some of these rats were even pregnant with little baby rats in their tummies. So, yeah, moving on, when it was time for everyone to decide who's going to swim and who's going to cut up the rat parts, there was the girl Shannon who said, "Are you kidding me? Black people don't do that kind of crazy stuff." And I'm thinking to myself, this bitch just threw up a race car when it comes to swimming with sharks. Black people don't do that kind of crazy stuff. Somebody please contact the Bloods and the Crips and tell them black people don't do crazy stuff. Now listen, white people are just as intelligent as black people. We don't like to swim with sharks either. So why in the hell you want to bring that up? Anyways, I'm going to let that one go. When we get down to it, nobody really wanted to swim with the sharks because everybody's smarter than that. Didn't have nothing to do with race, okay? The one person that really irritated me about it all is the girl, Brittany, who has been irritating me from day one because she doesn't like to work. None of them like to work. But this girl goes to extremes to not work. And I don't know if she's actually really airheaded or if she just really doesn't know what's going on. Either way, she's always walking around and just kind of head in the clouds and dragging her feet, not really wanting to do anything. The last episode, they kind of got on to her about it. So I figured this episode she's going to change her ways, right? Wrong. She says she can't swim with the sharks because she's supposed to be starting her period today. Okay. Well, she's not the only person who said that. But she was the only person who actually lied about it. Shaw, who was completely scared about going swimming with the sharks. I mean, freaking out, got on her knees and prayed to God over this. She really was on her period. And I hated the fact that I even had to know this about any of these girls. But let's face it, we did. We heard about the period thing throughout the whole episode. From the beginning, all the way to the judges' table. We heard about everybody being on their period. So, high five, models. Meanwhile, Shaw overcame her fears, and she actually went down there and she did swim with the sharks, and I'm so proud of her. She really did a great job. Brittany, on the other hand, even lied about the fact that she was supposed to be on her period or whatever. So that took up so much of this episode, everybody kicking Brittany because she wouldn't just be a woman and say, "Look, I'm scared. I don't want to swim with the sharks." She's always lying and finding some sort of an excuse to not work. I want her to go home. I really do. I'm right there with these other girls. None of them want to work, but at least they're going to be honest about it. She's the only one who won't, and she whines, and I don't really like that. The biggest what the F moment of this episode was during, in front of the judges, Aspen straight broke down and cried. What? Where'd this come from? When she finally was able to catch her breath and told everybody why she was crying, she said it's because of the last episode when the guys said that she sort of acted like she didn't know what was going on. So Aspen is saying, well, everybody thinks I'm stupid. Girl, put your big girl panties on from Victoria's Secret and show them that they're wrong. If you're going to cry about it every time someone calls you stupid and you're a blonde, then you're never going to make it in world, let alone in the modeling world. Get over it. I mean, really, you're here to win. That's the thing. In the end, Shaw's the one who showed her true colors. And let's just say that her true colors are a little bit odd with shades of cray-cray. And if I were the other girls, I would sleep with one eye open. This girl's a nut. Anyways, that's all I've got to say about this episode. Keep tuned. I will definitely go over next week's episode with you guys. Until then, it's Holly Hottie. See you later.